This is a video about how to get out of yellow, how to get from Spiral Dynamics color yellow to turquoise. Good evening, this is Wake Up with another Spiral Dynamics video, this time about how to get from yellow to turquoise. I noticed many of the listeners and subscribers of this channel are centered in yellow. And you probably, if that is the case for you, you probably have been wondering how to get out of yellow. Okay? Because you've probably spent some years or even decades in yellow and you wonder how to get to turquoise. So first of all, let's assume you're really centered in yellow, not in green. Then you're probably busy with learning, compilating, gathering knowledge, insights, wisdom, and so on. Comparing, finding differences, finding similarities, building a whole grand theory of everything. And you probably also started to lose friends, because that's what happens if you're 1 out of 1,000 or so. There's a theory that about 1 in 100 is centered in yellow, or maybe 1 in 50 or 1 in 33. It differs, but I think even 1 in 100 is very optimistic. So, to get out of yellow into turquoise, it happens by itself, but you can push it a little bit, and one thing is find like-minded people. Yeah, there are not many yellow centered people around and even fewer turquoise, but you need like-minded people. If you're surrounded by blue and orange people, you're not happy and you cannot talk about things that you want to talk about. The second thing is watch The Matrix. If you watched it already, watch it again and really get into it and think about how it would be if that would be true. If it would really be like that. I'm not saying it's like that. It's just a modern form of Plato's cave. But really imagine what it would be for you practically if the world would be like that. And if you would, given the chance, if you would take the blue pill or the red pill. Third tip, watch my earlier videos about non-duality and spirituality and awakening. Yeah? Not the Spiral Dynamics videos, but the other ones. Spiral Dynamics is a yellow theory, so it's very satisfying for yellow-centered persons to study Spiral Dynamics, but it will not necessarily get you into the next color. It can, but it can also, you can spend decades researching Spiral Dynamics and stay in yellow. You can, of course, stay in yellow. I'm not saying it's better to move towards turquoise, but if you're fed up with yellow and want to experience the next color, these are some advice for you. Some pieces of advice, some ideas, some tips. Thirdly, watch JP Sears videos on YouTube, yeah? Awakening with JP. Link is below in the description. Very funny guy, he makes spiritual comedy, and I think it's made in a way that will take you from green into yellow and even from yellow into turquoise. It takes the seriousness out of spirituality. Which is my next topic, don't be too serious. Yeah, don't be serious or religious about anything, especially not spiritual topics. It's all a big joke, so don't be a spiritual fanatic. There are no spiritual fanatics. Spirituality is not about being a missionary, it's about being open to anything and everything. Also, stop amassing knowledge. Yeah, there's too much. You cannot know everything in this lifetime, and it's not necessary. Yeah, cancel your next course, whatever it is, and rather do nothing. Do more of nothing. Sit around, be bored, observe, and what happens inside. And ask yourself, who am I? Who am I really? What is it that who I call me? I. Next, don't listen so much to your thoughts and emotions. Yeah? All this babbling in your head, your internal dialogue. Don't take it so seriously. Treat them as opinions of strangers. Instead, find out which voice in your head is your intuition and start following your intuition. And intuition will never make you afraid. Anything that makes you afraid is not intuition. Then don't waste time with politics and newspapers and so on. Yeah, all this current crisis that's going on is just blah blah. It's all distraction. Don't take it serious, and don't fret about conspiracy theories either. It's a waste of time and a waste of your other resources. Keep your energy together. Yeah, don't spend it on superficial stuff like news. Also, not on judging people. Try to not judge. I know that's very difficult, but try to not judge yourself nor others. It's really a waste of time. It gets you nowhere. Let people are the way they are. They're perfect, you're perfect. There's nothing to change there. Just observe and let blue people be blue and orange people be orange. Yeah, it's very important, these 2 points. Firstly, follow your intuition. For that, you first have to find out which is your intuition. It's a very soft voice. It doesn't insist on anything. And also finding like-minded people. That might be the most important thing, because turquoise is a social color. You need other people. You cannot do it alone. Yellow is a self-centered color, but if you want to move towards turquoise, you need other people. Watch my video, for example, on the importance of experiencing spiritual communities, like Auroville, for example. You don't have to move there, you don't have to become a citizen, you don't have to move to India, but just to experience a spiritual community like Auroville for a few months will already help you, because we are creatures of habit and imitation. And if there are no habits to imitate, then it's very difficult. But if you see that another way of living is possible, it's super helpful. Yeah, if you're surrounded by red, blue and orange and green people all the time, it's very difficult for you to move further along, unless you meet people who are like-minded or already further along. Although I repeat, it's not that one color is better than another. Especially green and yellow-centered people sometimes have the delusion that they're somehow very advanced and better than others. No, stop that. That will not help you at all. That will enforce your sense of separation, your sense of ego, your sense of personality. From turquoise on, your ego will start to diminish, to die. Maybe you don't even want that. Then better stay in yellow. Yeah? But it has advantages and disadvantages, of course, to run around with a silent ego. And lastly, don't expect anything. Don't expect to wake up or to be enlightened or angels singing and so on. Just be open. Your way is not someone else's way. What happens to you when you move from color to color may differ a lot to what happens to others. What they experience, what you experience. It doesn't have to be the same. Okay, that's it. If you're tired of being in yellow and you wonder how the fuck do I get into turquoise, this is the advice I can give you. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. If you like the video, thank you for subscribing and sharing it with your friends. Okay, see you soon.